Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. The verse that we just recited, Barakallahu feekum.
I could not finish Taha.
Yes,
It's getting so long. So inshallah, tomorrow I'll do Taha and I'll do Surah Ibrahim. Nowadays the surahs will get shorter and shorter, so
yeah,
I'll have to take more time to explain them.
inshallah.
Yeah. So today I had to emphasize on the issue of the parents.
Yeah, definitely, Sheikh. Okay, Sheikh, there's a few questions here.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions before. Okay.
We're going to go live on Launch Good, inshallah, in 2 minutes, brothers and sisters. So make sure you share so it's launchgood.com/Arqam 5K, ARQAM 5K, number 5 and then K.
Yeah.
Letter K.
I've just sent a message to everyone. But remember, you have to do it after midnight. So wait until, just give it until 12 a.m. midnight today.
Share the link with your brothers and sisters, with your families and friends, right? We need...
Just 1 second, Sheikh. Before we, I'll show them what the page should look like. I'll just share the screen, Sheikh. So this is what the page should look like. Can you see that, everyone? Can you see that, Sheikh?
Yeah.
That's what the page should look like when you're donating. Remember, we need as many donors as possible, even for a pound, like the Sheikh has mentioned. That when you donate that pound, make that intention that that you're helping Al-Arqam get $5,000. So that way you get the reward for every single amount that's been donated to Al-Arqam.
Even if you don't receive, the 5,000, you get the reward of the 5,000.
Yeah.
As if you donate it now.
Okay, so when does it expire, Sheikh? Tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow midnight.
We've got 24 hours, everyone. So use your contact list and just send a broadcast to your family members, to your parents, mother and father, brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, whoever you've got connections with. Just try to donate. Just try to get them to donate even a pound. Remember, you will be rewarded for even encouraging those who will be donating, inshallah. Okay, Sheikh, we'll continue with the Q&A.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, someone asked a question regarding their new practice in Muslim and reading the Quran. To know, and they want an explanation on how to do the sajda. Those sajda of when we come to those verses, Sheikh.
Sajda tilawa is basically you say Allahu Akbar, right? And it's one prostration. It's not two prostration, just one prostration, and you say sajada or section sajadtu wajhi lilladhi khalaqahu wa shaqqa sam'ahu wa basarahu bihawlihi wa quwwatihi fatabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqin. Yeah. If you don't know that, you can say Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Yeah, the usual dua of sujood. Or you can say Subhanallah bihamdi, Subhanallah al-Azim, or any other adhkar. These are all fine. Yeah. And the dua you'll find it, if you just Google it, dua of Sajda Tilawa, you'll find it, inshallah, on the net. Or in Hisn Muslim, Fortress of Muslim, you'll find that dua there, inshallah ta'ala.
There's another question, Sheikh. A new Muslim sister. She fasted for 2 days, but she's struggling to continue her fast due to her health issue, like her gastric band, and is in a lot of pain when breaking fast. So what can she do, Sheikh, with this fast?
Say that one more time, sorry. I'm getting a lot of messages. Say one more time.
So a sister who's a new Muslim, fasted for 2 days, but she's unable to continue because she has gastric band and she's got health issues and she's in a lot of pain when breaking the fast.
Yeah.
So what can she do?
Yeah, basically what you do is you try to fast, and whenever you get the pain, break, and you can't continue the fast, break the fast. Yeah. So you start the fast, so you eat your suhoor and then you start the fast. And then whenever you get the pain, because some days you may not get the pain, so maybe some days you can keep the fast. Yeah. So whenever you get the pain, you can't handle it, break the fast. Break the fast and eat normally, take the medication, no problem, inshallah. What do you do afterwards? You try to make it up. You try to make it up throughout the year, the days you missed. Obviously, write them down, number them, how many days you missed, number them, and then you try to make it up. If you still can't make it up, then you pay for each fast you miss, you pay fidya. Fidya is basically give 2 meals, right? One for suhoor, one for iftar, or 2 meals generally, because that's the average meal people have generally. Yeah, 2 meals amount of your country. So your country, suppose 2 meals will cost, average cost will be say £7, right? 2 meals, you give that to anyone either in your country or somewhere abroad, inshallah ta'ala. That will cover your expiation for not being able to fast, inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah. There's another question. You mentioned regarding the negatives when a wife disrespects her in-laws. Is it the same for the husband who disrespects the wife's parents? How can we how do we balance in terms of?
Yeah, but the disrespecting of the wife's parents is the same ruling, but the reality is because the wife is more with the husband's parents, isn't it? That's the reality. The reality is obviously the wife is more with the, so the in-laws they come, the wife's parents come more, and she's spending more time with his parents, and thereby the disrespect and the chance and the opportunities of disrespecting and insulting, yeah, his parents is more, because their socializing is more naturally. Okay, for that reason, we gave that warning. That's the normal. So you always put things in context. But as for in terms of principle, is it the same? Yes, in terms of principle, it's the same. Disobeying parents is the same in terms of principle. But in terms of reality, where does the insult is caused more or is done more? Obviously, it's done on the husband's parents more, because obviously she is spending more time with them. Now,
when is it permitted? When is it not permitted to recite the Quran or touch it?
You cannot touch the Quran agreed upon when we are in major impurity and minor impurity. We cannot touch the Quran when we are in major impurity and minor impurity. When it comes to reciting the Quran, we can recite the Quran in minor impurity. Minor impurity means we don't have wudu. That's what it means. But if we have major impurity, then for men, obviously for men we should do ghusl straight away. But there is no reason for men not to do ghusl straight away. If they don't have water or if they're ill, then they should do tayammum, then recite. So there is no excuse for men not to elevate major impurity. As for women, then the ulama differed. Can they recite the Quran? They're not allowed to touch it, obviously. But can they recite the Quran in major impurity, like for example the monthly, or like when they're in any fast? Can you recite the Quran? The vast majority of the ulama said no. The vast majority of the ulama said no, you cannot recite the Quran. Some ulama gave the exception that if you memorize the Quran and you're gonna forget the Quran, or you're a teacher, yeah, or like the month like Ramadan, something like this, then some of the ulama gave exception. Yeah. So in any condition, if you take the vast majority of the opinion, which is you're not allowed to recite the Quran, then they all have agreed that you can do a dhikr and adhkar. So so this is an opportunity for our sisters to memorize as much as they can du'as and dhikr and adhkar, like la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Subhanallah bihamdi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsi wa zinata arshi wa midada kalimati. Yeah, you can find books which has the Quranic du'as. You can memorize them. You can find books which has du'as and adhkar from the Sunnah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Memorize them. You have this opportunity. If you can't memorize the Quran and recite the Quran, you have every opportunity to memorize the du'as and adhkar and then recite them.
Barakallahu feekum, Sheikh. I like this question regarding sujood. Someone wants to know the reason why this the sajda is there when they recite it.
Because the sajda verses, the vast majority of the verses speaking about in those verses about people who prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be it the angels, be it the prophets, be it the righteous people. It's talking about them prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or be it the sun and the moon or the stars or the trees, they're all prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So speaking about prostration, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse, sometimes he commands us to prostrate, and sometimes he just mentions about them. And obviously it's highly recommended for us then to be amongst those people who are prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and thereby we prostrate to be amongst them.
Okay. Okay, so another sister's asking, do they need to cover their head when they're doing the sajda?
Yeah, good. Yeah, says that it's ibadah just like salah. Obviously, if you don't have the scarf, that's a different issue. But if you have it, yes, cover your hair and then prostrate, inshallah. It's just like it's not salah, but it's closer to salah than anything else. Yeah. So the more rules and regulations they apply on the sajda of salah, right? The more rules and regulations of salah you apply on the sajda, the more better, inshallah.
Okay. There's another question. Going back to the parents, they're saying that they totally agree what you're saying around regarding obeying the parents, but what should they do if the parent is oppressive, abusive, and unjust?
Yeah. So basically, whatever you do, you solve the issues with. Solving the issue doesn't entail disrespect and dishonoring. That's the issue. You can solve the issue. You can solve the issues without disrespecting, without dishonoring. Yeah, you don't have to disrespect. You have to dishonor. For example, I'll give you an example. In order for you to solve, do you have to swear? Do you have to swear? Sheikh Faisal.
Sorry?
In order for you to solve an issue, do you have to swear?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. In order for you to solve an issue, do you have to insult?
Of course not.
No. So we have to distinguish between these two matters. Solving an issue does not entail disrespecting and dishonoring. People think if I want to solve this issue, I'll have to disrespect and dishonor. No, it doesn't. So solving an issue, you can talk nicely, politely. You can get the relevant authority of people. Yeah, you can get the relevant authority of people to solve the issue. You don't have to disrespect. If you don't shout at your mom and dad, if you speak to them nicely, if you give them gifts, and then you talk to them about the issues, you're trying to solve the issue. That doesn't work. Go on and talk to your relatives who they respect and they listen. Get them involved. Talk to them. Let them come and speak. They'll talk nicely and so forth. That doesn't work. Involve the Islamic judges. That doesn't work. You can even, if he's right, they're taking away your right. For example, your father has given away a land, a property to one of your brothers or one of your sisters. That's unjust. That's unfair. If that means that you take him to court, that's not disrespect. That's dishonoring. You've taken all the means. You're not shouting at him. You're not swearing at him. If it means you take him to the court, you've done all the means. If it means you take him to the court to get back your right, you can even take him to the court. It's all allowed. But you are not saying, you're not my father, I disown you, you're oppressing me. You're not saying anything like that. You're not hurting him in words or in your attitude. You're simply solving the issue with kissing his forehead, kissing his hand, calling him, speaking to him, right? Respecting him and honoring him as as a father. But you're talking about justice. You're talking about solving the issue at the same time. Okay, so brothers and sisters, right? Solving issues does not entail dishonoring and disrespecting. If you entail that, then you're wrong. You are in the wrong. Okay.
There's another question. It's regarding the time of suhoor. So I'm assuming that the person's asking, you know, the hadith, تَسَحَّرُوا فَإِنَّ فِي السُّحُورِ بَرَكَةً. So what time is that, Sheikh?
Basically, the ending time, the suhoor, you can eat after the 2/3 of the night pass. The suhoor time sort of comes in, so you can eat any of, and the last portion of the night you can start eating your suhoor. So you get the barakah. The closer it is to Fajr, the more barakah there is. When do you finish your suhoor? You should finish at least good 5 to 7 minutes before. Like yesterday, I got a message that the brother was looking at the time and that the time was back, right? And then he realized that, you know what, the suhoor time has ended. Then he could not even drink water, right? So always end the suhoor eating at least good 5-10 minutes early, right? So then if you then want to drink extra water, you still have time. You still have time, inshallah.
That's what happened to me, Sheikh, yesterday. You know, last minute, when you don't plan, then you start and have last glass of water.
And remember, every night the time changes.
Yeah.
So every night the time changes. Yes.
There's quite a few more questions, Sheikh.
Bismillah. Brothers and sisters, don't forget to go to launchgood.com/Arqam 5K.
You can start going now, even.
Now you can start donating, brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. The link is there. I've sent it to all of the attendees on the chat. Okay, Sheikh, we've got another question. Alhamdulillah. When women pray with their family, do they say Ameen loud in Jamaat or not?
Woman.
Yeah.
They should say it quietly. They should say it quietly. They should not say it loudly. No.
What about if women are praying amongst one another, just themselves?
The thing is, the Ameen was to be said in the masjid. And the Ameen was so loud you could hear from outside. And obviously, so that shows that it was the men who were saying it. So even if the women do say out loud, it shouldn't be loud as the men. It should be said Ameen, like this, in a soft monotone tone, right? So not so loud, inshallah. So even if you say in your house, don't say it so loud as the men. Say it quietly. Loud meaning you can hear yourself. Quietly meaning it doesn't go, outside your room or outside the place you're praying.
Just someone wanted to know about who is entitled to zakat al-fitr.
Those who are entitled to zakat, they are entitled to zakat al-fitr. Same people.
Okay. Now someone's asking about the parents as well. When the parent is trying to force someone to get married, i.e. to their cousin, and they don't want to, how should they deal with this situation?
Remember, zakat al-fitr is food, my brothers and sisters. Zakat al-fitr is food. Yeah. So food is given to people who are poor and destitute, right? So zakat, when it comes to zakat of our wealth, first and foremost, people who receive it, the cash, is the poor and miskin people, the poor and destitute people. Yeah. So zakat al-fitr is given as food. That's the food of that country or food of that land, right? So that food is given to the poor and the destitute people. Yeah. The question, what was the question?
The question was when the parent is trying to force
forced marriage.
Forced marriage, yeah.
Yes, you involve the relatives your relatives, involve them. If that doesn't work, involve your local imams, local seniors, local scholars, local leaders, involve them. If that doesn't even work, then you can, yes, you can involve the authorities. You can involve the authorities, but do not cut ties with your parents or your family after you've involved the authorities. Do not cut tie with them. Keep the ties with them. Keep the ties. Just involve the authorities for the sake of that you don't be forced into a marriage. That is not allowed. It's haram, my brothers and sisters. Forced marriage is haram.
Someone who's got a disorder, anger problems, and they tend to disrespect their mother, what would you advise them, Sheikh?
As we said, I think 2 days ago, find the root cause. What is the root cause? As I've said in that clip before, that most of us do not are unable to develop ourselves, empower ourselves, yes, because we do not look into the root issue, the root causes. As soon as we go into the root causes, the root issues, we are then able to solve our problem. So always find the root cause. Why do I get angry? Why is it? Is it something happened in my past? Is it I'm angry with my father or with my siblings or with my mother because something happened in the past, right? What is it? Once you go to the root issue, then tackle that issue. Okay, why am I angry, right? Have I spoken to my mom about this issue, right? Let me find justification why she did what she did or she said what she said, right? Was she vulnerable? Was she weak? Was she being oppressed? How powerful was she then, right? Was she trying to protect me, right? And so forth and so on. So all of these questions need to be asked, all right, and to solve the issue. Then obviously go and take anger management courses that deal with your problem. Whatever the problem is, go and deal with that through activities that deal with those problems and find solutions for it. Also talk to people, talk to your friends, people who are close to your companions about this issue, and they can advise you better because they know you more personally and your personal character and your behavior. This can be the last question, inshallah.
Last question. Okay. So we'll answer this last question. If you have more questions, then you can ask them tomorrow. We'll continue to answer them. Okay, so let me find a good question, Sheikh. Okay. Okay, so again, so regarding a lot of the questions are regarding parents. Sheikh. Is it a sin for the parent or any of the parent, one of the parent, to disown their child?
It depends. It depends, obviously, what he has done. It depends what he or she has done. But generally, the answer is no. You cannot disown them. The parents can't disown the children, and children can't disown the parents. It's haram. It's not allowed, and you'll be taken into account. But out of no parents disowns the children, unless obviously there's sihr on them, black magic is on them, right? Or the children have caused them hurt. I know some children they've caused, especially in the West, we've caused so much hurt towards our parents, so much hurt. So we need to start making them happy. We need to wash their feet, we need to kiss their forehead, we need to hug them, we need to kiss them, we need to respect them, we need to honor them. And you don't lose nothing, rather you gain. Subhanallah. Nah.
Jazakumullah khairan, Sheikh. Again, it was a beautiful night. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Do you want to end it, Sheikh?
You end it, Sheikh. Just remind everyone to go to.
Okay, so we've got, again, reminding everyone, I've posted it on the chat for launchgood.com. Please donate even £1. Get your family members, relatives, friends, everyone to donate just £1. Let us get as many donations as we can so we can win this competition and get $5,000 inshallah. Anything else you want to mention, Sheikh?
Hayakumullah, Jazakumullah. May Allah accept everyone's ibadah, the fasting, the qiyam, the sujood, the du'as. May Allah make us amongst those who attain siddiqeen, and level of siddiqeen in this day and in this generation, amongst all the kufr and amongst all the arrogant disbelief and ungratefulness. May Allah make us amongst those who obey our parents, love them, kiss them, hug them, wash their feet, clothe them, give them gifts, make them happy, make them content in the soul and in the heart, and make them content so much so that the tears flow out of joy and happiness. That this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my son-in-law, this is my daughter-in-law. Yeah, they are filled with that joy and that happy and that pride that, wow, what a son did I give birth to. Wow, what a daughter did I give birth to. Wow, what a daughter-in-law my son married. Wow, what a son-in-law I married my daughter off to. Yeah, this is the words that needs to come out and express from our parents, inshallah ta'ala. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. تقبل الله منا ومن الأعمال. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Again, please go to the page www.launchgood.com/Arqam, ARQAM 5K. So the link is there. I'm going to share the page, inshallah. And do create even a WhatsApp group or a broadcast list on your phones. Tell everyone to donate to help us win this race. Remember, every single donation that comes, even though if we don't win this 5K, then you'll still be rewarded, inshallah. Again, I'll share the page so everyone can see what page we're actually donating in. Just give me 1 second. Again, I'll end the night. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.